Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. Had an awesome leg day today. Really proud of how this one went. And I'd like to share it with you guys as well. I definitely think that that my leg day going well had something to do with my Goku shirt that I was wearing. Definitely drew power from that shirt. So big thanks to one of my mods on Twitch, Game for the Cure, or just Tony, that's his first name. He sent me this shirt as a gift. And I've loved this shirt ever since I got it, but this is the first time I actually busted it out of the gym. And surprise, surprise, and a little bit of a spoiler alert, I did hit a PR during this workout, so I was pretty happy about that. Something a little bit different that I did today is instead of doing like 6x6 and then 4x4 and really pounding the volume, I actually just decided to go ahead and lighten the volume up a little bit, but increase the weight. So I was usually increasing the weight every 2 to 3 sets, and I was increasing the weight by about 20 pounds or so. So that sort of upped the pace of me getting to the higher weights, and that was sort of inspired by me talking to my buddy from CELLUCOR, Julio. He said that he really wished that I would just get in the gym and warm up one day and go for a 1 rep max, and I've seen people asking about that in the comments as well. And I definitely agree with both of you guys that if I did just go ahead and get warmed up and then go for maxes, I probably would be able to improve my maxes by quite a bit. But I have discussed this in past videos why I generally don't do that. I do like to get a lot of working sets on the way up. It just makes me feel good. It helps me mentally and physically prepare myself for the big lifts. But who knows? Maybe someday I'll be feeling really good, and I'll go and I'll get a few warm-up sets done and then go straight for the big weights. But today, I don't know. I guess I sort of found some middle ground between those two strategies. And I didn't go quite as heavy on the volume, but I did go heavy on the weight. And that ended up being a really good workout. I mean, surprise, surprise, right? But let's see what we're doing here. I think that we've been getting through the sets of 225 and then 235. This might be 245. No, we're just finishing up a few more sets with 235. And that felt pretty good. Today I was doing like 225 for 8 reps, which is pretty good for me. It used to be, 225 was a weight that I can only do 5 or 6 times, a couple months ago. But I've definitely been getting a lot stronger on my squat. And squats for me have been a huge focus over this sort of bulking phase. And I'm really proud of how I'm doing. I know I don't have like the strongest squat in the world, but in terms of my own progress, I'm very proud. Actually, I don't want to say satisfied, because obviously I want to continue to get stronger. But I am happy with what I've been able to accomplish so far. And I do look forward to getting stronger as we go along, but that's what's going to happen. So, looks like I am doing a couple more sets with 235 here. And the reason I'm doing 235 is because, like I said, I used to do 225 for my my weight that I did 6 reps with, but that was getting a little too easy, so I wanted to tack on 10 pounds. Because I've talked about this in the past, 10 pounds, I don't really feel it as much, and I feel like that's like a good little increment to go up if you want to keep your rep range the same, but the weight that you used to do at that rep range is a little bit too easy. You can go ahead and try 10 pounds extra. However, now I decided to put the belt on and get serious. So I imagine we're doing 255 here. Yeah, 255. So I want to do 255 for sets of 5. And that's something that I only just recently realized I could do. I just went ahead and got after it, and it turns out I actually can do 255 for like at least 5 sets of 5. I didn't do 5 sets of 5 today. I think I only did like 2 sets of 5. But that was a good indication for me that I could bump up the weight. And so I think that's what I did after this one. I might show you another set of 255 here. And in terms of my form, I feel like my form is getting better, even at the higher weights. You guys are seeing my form from the side. I mean, obviously I have pretty good depth, but I just feel more solid when I'm squatting now. Sometimes I'll do like a little, I won't go like to lockout position. I'll sort of keep the muscle like under tension, and that's fine. I'll do that when I'm feeling strong, but sometimes when you get a little bit fatigued, you lock it out, get refocused, and give yourself just a second to catch your breath. Suck in another deep breath, hold that, go down, come back up, and breathe out. Now look at that. Look at that freaking shirt, man. Like, how can you not just like feel like a beast in the gym wearing that shirt? Dude, thank you so much, Tony, for that shirt, man. It's the coolest thing. And one of my friends at the gym told me he liked it too, so that made me happy. But yeah, feeling like a beast today. Feeling strong on squats. Got my Dragon Ball Z shirt on, man. Time to save the world, dude. So I believe this is another set at 255. Another set of 5 here. And something I notice when I do my like heavier weight workouts is I don't get as much of a pump in my legs like if I was doing sets of 8 to 12 reps. but I still really enjoy the feeling of being able to lift heavier weight, even if it is for fewer reps, because I feel like when I diet, I'm going to do my best to keep my weights high and to keep training the way I've been training, which is, you know, based around decent volume, but the volume comes from the sets, not the reps in that individual set. But I think, you know, as the diet progresses and as my carbs get lower and lower, I might have to start bringing up my reps and lowering the weight. But we'll see. I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to try to keep this as consistent as I can throughout the dieting phase. But right now, I have really, really good energy, really, really good strength, and I'm enjoying these workouts a lot. So right now, I've got, what is this, 265 on there. I've got 210s and, of course, the 245s on both sides. So this is starting to get a little bit heavier. I am doing this for sets of 4, though. So that feels pretty good to me, man. In a weird way, I feel like my strength, once I drop below like 5 or 6 reps, has really, really come up. I mean, obviously, you end up doing more weight as you get stronger, but it's almost as if, like, you flip a switch. Like, my squat, like, I think my form stays the same. Like, I'm looking at my form right now. My form stays the same. Like, I'm not changing up my stance or anything. I think it might have something to do with the fact that, like, you know, your muscles aren't really getting to the point where they're going to be burning. Like I'm talking about, you're not getting a pump. It's just really relying on your raw strength. But part of this also is, I think once I start really squatting weight that feels heavy to me, like below 5 reps, that's when you really get that mental intensity. You just flip that switch and you just decide that you're going to move this weight as much as you can. And I think that intensity is one of those things that definitely makes a big difference. So you guys just saw me squat 315 real easy. Didn't go for 2 reps because I knew I wanted to do this. This right here is 335, my all-time squat max. Now, it got there, it started going pretty slow, but I was able to get my chest under it and push it up there with my quads. Really, really proud of that squat. I was feeling pumped. So, if you noticed, I didn't do my 3 sets of 3 at 275 because I was feeling strong enough to just jump right to 315 after I did my 1 set of 3 reps. So, I did finish up with 2 more sets of 275 for 3 reps each, and it's amazing how much lighter 275 feels after you get done squatting 335. So there might be something to this idea that, you know, getting a little bit warmed up and going for your max first, you know, maybe it makes the entire workout easier. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime. But I did want to finish off my squats with some front squats. I think I could eventually get heavier on my front squats, but I am using those as kind of like a secondary exercise. But, you know, there's no reason not to bump the weight up eventually. But regardless, as you guys might know, my 2 leg days revolve around squats is 1 leg day, then deadlifts, then I do these secondary exercises that you guys are seeing here, the hamstring curls. I'm not going to show you a ton of these. You guys know what they look like. But I do the hamstring curls, really trying to focus on getting in touch with my hamstrings, getting a really good squeeze at the top, and allowing the hamstring to stretch down there at the bottom. Gotta bump that weight up, man. That was too easy for me. And you guys know that I feel like I have really, really strong calf genetics. My dad's calves are insane. So I feel like I definitely need to be giving my calves some more love to get them to grow. I feel like they definitely can be just beastly calves. Awesome muscle group for me. But I gotta show them the love. Gotta really put in a lot of calf work, man. Sitting around on a computer all day doesn't necessarily give you good calves. So I gotta make sure to hit them often at the gym, not even just on leg day. But I do have 2 leg days per week, so, you know, that gives them a little bit of love. But definitely try to get some good work done on these guys. I do a couple different calf exercises. This one is a calf machine where you sort of stand up and you have pads on your shoulders and you can move the entire little weight stack up just with your calves. And then I'll do that with some weight, and then after that I will do that with no weight at all, just to try to grind as much as I can out of my calves at the end of that set. And I do those calf exercises in between every set of hamstring curls and now these quadricep extensions. Now I'm starting to not like this particular machine as much because I'm doing the whole stack and I'm not really getting a lot out of it. So I'm probably gonna have to figure out exactly how I want to perform these quadricep extensions. We'll see. Maybe I have to slow it down a little bit, focus more on the squeeze. But anyway, that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!